Hi, coaches. Welcome to step 3 of our Steps to Success program. Great job so far. I hope you are liking this training program. Please give me any feedback that you have. I'd love to hear your feedback. Okay, today we're going to talk about who to share your message with. Okay, it's not just about selling Beachbody products. We are not salespeople. The thing that we pride ourselves on is sharing a message with those that are around us or who follow us on social media. So I want you to start thinking about what your message is, and we'll talk a lot more about that in the future. But for now, it's not very good to have a message if you don't have anyone to share it with, right? So when I first became a Beachbody coach, my husband said something to me that has always stuck with me. And mind you, he's been very, very supportive of my business from the beginning. But he said, so you're not going to be able to coach people forever because eventually you're going to run out of people to talk to. Well, I totally took that as a challenge. And I vowed from that moment on that I would never run out of people to talk to. So I work every day and every week on adding people to my connection network. Okay. Now, that might be friends on Facebook. That might be people who follow my blog. That might be people who I talk with every single day or someone I meet in the grocery store. It doesn't matter. But what does matter is that you gather them in a place for them to hear your message. And usually the best way to do that as a Beachbody coach, especially at the beginning, is adding them as a Facebook friend. So you might be at the park playing with your kids or taking your dog to the park and you meet up with someone and you just kind of click and you say, hey, are you on Facebook? It'd be fun to connect on Facebook. Everybody has their phone with them. You could do it right then and there. There's one person. But those opportunities don't come about all that often, maybe a couple times a week. The easiest way to add friends to Facebook is to go onto Facebook, and what I like to do, there's a place where you can go to find friends and it'll suggest friends for you, and that's a great place to start. But even when you've gone through that, I like to go to my friends' pages and look through their friends, because sometimes you have friends in common, a lot of times, that you don't even know about. And it's really fun to start to connect the dots, because through this process, I have learned that two friends from completely separate areas of my life sometimes know each other. It's a very small world. So your goal is to add 2 people to your friends network or your connection network every single day. Okay? The best way to do that, like I said, is adding Facebook friends on your Facebook. And so let's talk about how to track that, because it really doesn't matter if you don't know who you're adding and how they're going to hear your message. So Beachbody has come up with a couple of tools, which is great, and I've showed you over on the slide how to get to them. The first is the memory jogger, where you sit down and you think of all the different situations in your life and you just start writing down names, and then you go to Facebook and you start friend requesting them. Now, a couple things about Facebook. Don't ever friend request people who you're not really friends with or who you haven't met, who they don't know you. It's okay to connect with people and then, like people who you've never met, but you just don't want to send mass friend requests to people that are just random. We really pride ourselves on Beachbody of not being that salesy type. These are people who you genuinely want to make connections with and build relationships with. If it leads to Beachbody, great. If not, you just have a great group of friends that are listening to your message that you're posting out on social media. The second thing about Facebook is it's okay to send a certain number a day. Sometimes I don't do 2 friend requests a day. Sometimes I sit down at the beginning of the week and get all the weeks done. You should be adding at least 10 new friends to your Facebook list every week. If you if you start sending out mass friend requests, they will put you in Facebook jail. So be careful about that. You don't want to do that. Then they just think you're spamming people. So the other thing that I want to talk to you about is how to start tracking. I'll tell you, it's a great idea to start tracking people who you're connecting with from the very beginning. I didn't do this until about 6 months into my coaching, and I'll tell you, I won't let any of my coaches do that because it was really hard to go backwards. So from the beginning, it doesn't matter how you do it. I will be attaching a Beachbody contact list that you might want to start with, where you could just fill in their names, print it out, or do it on your computer. You could establish your own Excel spreadsheet, and that works for a lot of people. But I'm old school. I just have a notebook, and I have it sectioned off how I know people, maybe the city that we met in, maybe college, high school, on the internet, because I do meet a lot of people over the internet now. And my goal is to fill this entire notebook. So just to prove to my husband that I never run out of people to talk to. So your job today is to add 2 new people to your Facebook page and go on our group page, our Steps to Success group page, and just tell us the first name of the 2 people that you added today, and then take a look at those side links on how to get to the memory jogger and the contact list. I have a detailed video about what my contact list is all about. I'll also put that in the side notes. And that way you can start thinking about what type of contact list you're going to do. So add 2 people and then start thinking about what kind of contact list and tell us what type of contact list you're going to be using so far. Okay, you've got a lot to do. Have a good one.